Hi, it's Stephanie Chang, State Senator for Senate District 3. This is Staying in Touch with Stephanie. Thanks for tuning in. So, as usual, 5 things to know about some things that have been happening over the past couple of weeks. The first thing is that last week, the Michigan Senate held a hearing about how important SNAP benefits are. And we know that at the federal level, there has been a lot happening in terms of potential cuts to food benefits. And what we know is that in Michigan, there are 1.4 million people who receive SNAP benefits. And if they were to be cut, there would be a huge impact on older individuals as well as children. There would be impact on our farmers, on retailers, and others if there is actually going to be the types of cuts that are being contemplated at the federal level. So the hearing was really impactful to be able to hear from experts as well as people who have been personally impacted, people who really rely on these food benefits. The second thing is that this past week, I held a gun violence prevention roundtable in my district in Detroit with Moms Demand Action, and we heard a lot, and we had a really good conversation about what causes gun violence, gun culture, mental health, video games, some criminal justice reform, and just a lot of different things that we talked about. It was a very, very good discussion. And so it gave me a lot more to think about to continue the work we've been doing at a policy level in terms of addressing gun violence. So thank you to everyone who came to the roundtable. The third thing is that in the Senate this past week, we advanced a pair of bills from Senator McMorrow, which is the Access to Health Facilities Act. And what this is to really make sure that we are protecting people's ability to go in to get reproductive health care, whether that's fertility clinics or abortion clinic or other types of pregnancy care. We want to make sure that people are able to access that reproductive health care without being stopped or receiving an attack or being threatened or intimidated. And so this bill would help provide those protections. So I'm eager to help move those forward. The fourth thing to know is that last week, I, along with my colleagues, Senator Victory, as well as Senator Anthony, we introduced a bipartisan bill package, Senate Bills 430 through 432, which helped to bring some more fairness into our criminal justice system with regard to how we are sentencing various drug-related crimes, and also helps really to move us forward in terms of addressing the opioid epidemic. And so I'm excited about our bipartisan work to combat substance abuse in a way that really is comprehensive and brings about some fairness as well as some seriousness to making sure we're addressing this problem with real solutions. The fifth update is that I recently reintroduced legislation with my Republican counterpart, Ruth Johnson, to codify and help build upon Centering Pregnancy's work. Centering Pregnancy provides really important prenatal care in a group setting so that moms-to-be are actually getting peer support as well as they're learning about all of the things that they need to know as they're preparing to have their baby. And so we want to make sure that we continue the healthcare coverage that there is in some forms for Centering Pregnancy's work. And so these bills would do that. And so I'm excited to reintroduce those. These bills, the identical bills, actually passed one chamber last term, but unfortunately did not get all the way through. So hopefully we'll be able to continue to have some bipartisan support for this legislation. So that's it for me. 5 things to know. Thank you so much and have a great weekend.